And welcome to Winner of the Mailman. Tonight's edition, we have with us tonight Sydnee Winkler from Gering High School basketball, among other things. So we want to welcome Sydnee in here on a snowy afternoon, snowy night here. We can appreciate you coming in. Brianna, this was one that you've been really wanting to talk about for the last couple of weeks, and it's exciting to have you in here. Thanks for coming tonight.
So how are you doing today?
I'm good.
You good?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about season overview pretty quickly because obviously sub-districts are coming up within the next week. So how do you feel like the season has gone overall?
This season we've definitely faced a lot of adversity. We've had, COVID run through our team and many sprained ankles with a lot of our major players. So that took a lot of our teammates out on major games like Scottsbluff, Sydney, all those teams. But I feel like underclassmen really stepped up and filled those positions when we needed them to. So, yeah, just adversity would be how I describe this season.
Well, and you guys really got hit with it. I mean, you lost Maddie Seiler early on.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure who else you lost. I knew that there was COVID running through Gering High School, but yeah, you guys have overcome.
Nikki had gotten hurt, and
Nikki had hurt,
Carly had gotten hurt.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys have had a lot, and you've got an experienced coach, Coach Land, and there's no doubt in my mind, Coach Land handled this as well as he could. Kind of describe how he got you, or he helped get you guys through this.
He gave the players as much time as they needed. He wasn't rushing their recovery at all because that doesn't help. And he was just really patient with our whole team and everything, which helped a ton.
Going into sub-districts, you're going to be playing Sydney at 7 o'clock on Monday, now that the times have officially come out. So how are you feeling going into that?
We're feeling pretty confident. I mean, we lost to them by 2 points, which was a really tough game, without Carly. So.
Yeah, that's a big loss.
That game right there.
I know, that was a real tough loss.
It got chaotic in there.
I know, it was crazy. And we were so close pulling through, but I think just the main thing we're going to focus on against Sydney is our defense. And with focusing on defense, I feel like offense just really flows after that. So that's the main focus of the game.
One thing your dad always used to tell me is transition from defense into offense, right? So you guys, especially get Carly back in the lineup, that's going to help a lot. And, I think you guys are talented enough, athletic-wise, all around. This is a group of girls that I've actually been kind of paying attention to their whole lives because my daughter's a junior. So, and I know she played in the younger leagues and played with all you guys. So I know most of these kids playing right now, and you guys have always been real competitive. And what is the overall feeling going into sub-districts? Because, you guys can look back at the season and look back at certain losses and you can be like, well, this happened in this one, this happened in this one. Going into this, how confident are you guys that you guys can go deep?
I feel like right now we're kind of seen as like the underdogs. Like we lost to Sydney and Scottsbluff, so we are playing knowing that we have nothing to lose, which almost helps and is making us play harder and just know that we could pull through a win.
Well, I know the last, I want to say month or two, you guys have been having like these different themes going on in honor of Allie's dad. So can you just talk a little bit about when you guys started talking about wanting to like have these shirts on in honor of him and being able to do all of these things for him?
Yeah, so the Team Ryan, we made shirts and then we fundraised the fire hats and everything. And it was really hard to see a teammate go through that, so we knew how important it was to be there for Allie and everything. And it was really special to see just the community come together and support our basketball team and, of course, the family.
So I know you guys have gotten, obviously, Bayard into it. I think Scottsbluff got into it. So was it for just, obviously, these different cities being able to support you guys as well? Yeah,
just the community being behind everything was huge to see and special to go through.
Now, going back to the basketball aspect of it, and by the way, Ryan, Laura, we're thinking about you out there, and we know that you're going through a rough time right now, and Allie and the family, just hang in there, and we're thinking about you here at Winter in the Mailman and at Star Herald. But let's look back. Let's look at the season. Let's look at your career as a Gering Bulldog. I mean, you've been around basketball coaching and basketball playing your whole life.
Yeah.
And how tough has it been to have? I know that your dad kind of sits back, but he's been a high school coach. He's been a head coach. He's probably been over your shoulder your whole life. How much has that helped you in your career at Gering?
That has probably been the biggest factor and made me the player I am today, would be my dad. And of course my brothers too.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very relaxed coach, but he's super smart, and he's taught me to see the court the way I do, and just like the fundamentals behind basketball and how important it is. I don't think I'd be half the player if I didn't have that leader.
All the rest of my questions are basketball related, so if you've got more, go right ahead.
Well, let's go around the team a little bit, and let's talk a little bit about the girls around you. You guys, this Gering team is made up of almost the perfect set. You got your bigs underneath. You've got your guards. I mean, you've got Nikki and Carly under there, who Nikki can do just about anything. Carly can do just about anything. And then around you guys, how good is it to have? You guys can work from the perimeter or you can work inside, and how much do you guys do that? How much does Coach Land implement that into the game?
I think Carly and Nikki are a huge advantage we have, and we have, most of our plays are set to utilize that, because matchup-wise, we do have the advantage because all the surrounding teams don't really have very many bigs. So setting pick and roll and things like that is something we focus on to get them the ball inside.
And it doesn't hurt that Carly pretty much makes most of her shots when she's not being mugged underneath there. I work with her dad, so I know how often Carly gets mugged. I think that she gets targeted quite a bit by other teams to try and stop her because they think that she's the biggest threat. But basketball-wise, she's probably one of the smartest players I've ever seen as far as that goes. Brianna, you're talking about non-basketball
I thought of one
things.
actually. So this infamous inbounds play from the Chase County game. So I guess were the players the ones that drew it up, or did Coach Land draw it up?
No, I don't even know. I think it just
you guys
kind of
might have to
happened.
let me in on this one.
I can't even. I think I took the ball out, which usually I'm the one trying to get the ball in my hands. For some reason, I just took it out, and I think I was trying to pass it in and then get it back. I guess, I don't know. But I got to Carly passed it to Nikki, and that's kind of how we sealed the game. But yeah, it just, nobody really drew it up. Nobody really knew what was going on.
Coach Lamb was over
Coach
there
Lamb
yelling,
didn't know
you're not the one.
You didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, it's kind of just eh.
Yeah, I read that, so I was like, wait.
Yeah, worked out.
Okay, so obviously you do play other sports. So of those sports, I know we saw you playing volleyball, but what's your favorite sport, I guess, to play? Basketball.
Basketball, yeah.
Are you going to say for Rick's sake? I'm sure that you're going to say basketball.
Yeah, I just have so much history with it and runs in the family, so I've always just had a special place with basketball.
So are you going to be participating in any sport in the spring?
I'm actually not.
You're not?
I usually do soccer, but I'm not going to do it this year.
Wow, I'm kind of floored. Let's look at life, next year. What are your plans?
I want to be an ultrasound technician, but basketball-wise, I wasn't sure if I really wanted to continue playing, but I was going to look into Doan a little bit. And WNCC, I played and went and practiced for volleyball. So right now I have to decide if I want to continue playing sports in college.
Now this ultrasound technician thing is something that your aunt might have helped you with.
Yeah.
So, I got to commend you for going and do something like that, because that is a very noble profession, and I don't think they get enough credit for what they do.
I agree.
So good luck with that. And what else did you got anything else for her?
No, do you?
No, I just want to see the Gering Bulldogs go play well at sub-districts. Play well, I live in Gering. The kids all go to Gering. So we want to see you guys do well, and you know, give the rest of the girls a high five from us from here at Winter and the Mailman, and tell them not to be too jealous that you're the one.
Well, they'll all see me on Monday.
Well, yeah, they'll all
Yeah.
see you on Monday, but you won't see me, unfortunately. Where is it?
Scottsbluff.
Scottsbluff.
In Scottsbluff.
Mhm.
I might have to swing by and watch a little basketball then, because it's President's Day, so mail carriers don't work.
It's President's Day already?
Yeah, it's President's Day on Monday, so the mailman might not have to work. So might have to go see some basketball here on Monday. But Sydney, thank you so much for coming in and seeing us and braving the weather out there, because it's not. We talked about a little bit of a car accident we saw earlier, but let's hope everybody gets home safe tonight. Brianna, what else you got? Anything else? Do you have anything else for us?
Nope, I'm good.
See,
Took the words right out of my mouth.
I was
Thank you again for joining us. And for more sports coverage, you can pick up a print edition or go to starherald.com. And the last regular season game for the boys will be Scottsbluff at Gering on Friday. So if you want to go, you can go to that. But sub-districts will be at Scottsbluff High School for both the boys and the girls starting Monday.
And don't forget the state final wrestling on Saturday. We got a lot of kids down there, so a lot of Gering kids, eight Gering kids down there. I think they said 11 or 12 Scottsbluff kids, so there's going to be quite a bit of kids. Pick up the finals on Nebraska television and root them on.
We will see you all next week.